I first told you about last fall, a huge multi-million-dollar fitness center in rural Schoharie County, paid for in large part by you, the taxpayer, shut down not long after it opened. It has since caught the eye of the state controller, and now his office has issued a report that questions the local oversight of the project. It's unclear if taxpayers will ever see a return on investment. What is clear is that you paid for it. It still sits there unused, a monument to wasted taxpayer dollars.
We really wanted to change the face of this county and provide them with some healthy alternatives.
Instead, the Maranatha Family Center in Richmondville has become a $5.6 million boondoggle, shut down late last year, less than a year after it opened. Inside, a basketball court, soccer field, therapy pool, all sorts of equipment and more, and no one is touching any of it. Owner-developer Stella McKenna has been unable to pay the bills.
They were trying to do a good thing and achieve a great project for the community, but really they have to keep in mind that you have to make sure that you safeguard taxpayer monies.
A $2.3 million Restore New York grant and a $650,000 federal grant were funneled to the developer through the town of Richmondville. The controller's audit says the town board failed to meet certain critical expectations regarding the application and screening process for awarding grant funds, protecting the town's financial interests, and monitoring the proper use of the monies they awarded.
They had hired a consultant to oversee the grant process, but the town really over-relied on the consultant without doing checking and making sure that there were controls.
The town is pointing the finger back at the state, saying, quote, the primary responsibility for evaluating the soundness of the proposal lies with the entities which actually funded the project. One thing is clear, the money has all gone out and none is coming back in. Now the State Business Development Corporation has started foreclosure proceedings, looking to get back close to $2 million. But as it stands now, taxpayers are out millions.
When you have this, again, it's taxpayer money, so they need to, even though you're hiring a consultant here, you have to make sure that you play an active role. You need to make sure, that they're doing the job that they're supposed to be doing. You have to double check all of the things that they're doing, make sure that the money is expended appropriately.
Now, there are still many questions to be answered. How did officials at every level of government never stop and ask, how can this rural area support this huge facility? Was the owner qualified for this kind of undertaking? Of course, the biggest right now is what happens next. Can it ever reopen? Will tax dollars ever be recovered? There have been some interested parties, but with the foreclosure proceedings and other complications, finding a new owner to come in and save the day will be no easy task. I promise you, we'll keep following this one for you. And don't forget, if you have a story of government waste, let me know about it. You can email me right there at that address. You paid for it at cbs6albany.com.